Okay, Brandon, this is a follow-up from the first video, and I have changed the landscaping in the front yard. I have a retention pond here that has the laundry gray water that dumps into it. I have a drip system around it and succulents so far planted on the drip line. And your sister, Amanda, is smoking a chicken in a Traeger smoker. So on this side, the retention pond has the sump pump from underneath the house that empties into here during the winter time. And I have succulents around it too, where the drip line is. There's two smoke trees, one on each side. And this is considered the plume or the smoke part of it, and the dark purple leaf. Last time there was a big pile of mulch here, and that's been moved. And I've covered this area with mulch, put in a drip system, and zinnias are blooming now. I have also lupin, but they're not blooming. Marigolds that are blooming. Cosmos that is blooming. There's African daisies, but it's not blooming. I had planted sweet peas there, and they bloomed, and I had to take them out. So I put in this base rock pathway that winds through the garden, and I built that stone bench, retaining wall. Got a lemon tree right there, lime tree in the back, Rose of Sharon, vegetable garden over here. I should show you the loofah and the ichium. The ichium died back. It was beautiful. Now it's starting to grow out again. So I haven't pruned it back. I probably should do that. I'm kind of interested in seeing what happens. Let nature take its course. And then the loofah sponge vines are right there. They're going to grow and fill up this lattice. So here's part of the vegetable garden. I've got tomatoes, yellow squash along here. There's 15 different kinds of tomatoes. Some are doing better than others. I don't know why one isn't really growing like the rest. And these are zucchinis. Swiss chard from the winter crop. Pumpkins that look kind of wilted in the heat, but then they come back again every night and look fine. So there's a pumpkin right there. I've got the shade cover up, shade sails. Had to sew it together, falling apart. And over here is called a devil's claw, and it's just a wild plant that's been growing in the neighborhood for decades. And Each of those seed pods, when they dry up, they have fork, devil's claw. And this morning I picked the remaining potatoes. It's had 2 rows of potatoes. And got about 4 bags of potatoes out of that. But that's not the end of the vegetable garden. We'll go out here. And we've got string beans that go across the top of this. 4 different planters. We got basil growing in here with parsley in the center. Chives didn't do so well. Over here, there's summer squashes. There's kale left over from the winter. There's cucumbers. You can see the cucumbers there. There's spinach there also. There's peppers and eggplant. And we got corn. But the neighborhood cats and the turkeys like to roll around in it and knock them over. Looks like we're going to get some corn now. And this is an acorn squash. Acorn squash, acorn squash. There's about 5 acorn squashes on each plant. There's okra and okra. And over here is watermelon. Watermelon. There's about 5 watermelons so far. And there's cantaloupe over here. And Penny had just picked all the peaches off of this peach tree. And we've had peach cobbler and peach compote and peaches on ice cream. That's a donut peach. Okay, well, that's the major thing so far. So it brings you up to speed. Is July 6th. And that's it.